normally when I video chat the customer, it's just one other guy and we have a conversation. So to have like the heavy metal band in the middle of the thing like they do well, it's a real treat.
What's going on, Mike?
Hello.
We are Hound of Hades. How are you doing?
You greatly improved my mood just there. That was great.
Glad to hear it. So, real quick, we're a death metal band, and we've seen your work online, and we'd like to talk to you about possibly getting a really big sword inspired by Cerberus, who's kind of our mascot made.
Cerberus, like the big demon dog thing with like the chains and such like.
Absolutely. So we're getting our old album remixed and remastered, and on the cover of that album is Cerberus, and he's guarding the gates of hell as all these people are looking on in fear.
That's all makes perfect sense to me. Cerberus is the three-headed hound, generally depicted guarding the entrance to Hades. You know, it stops the dead from escaping the underworld, and it stops the living from trying to gain entrance. He's the gatekeeper. What are you going to do with the sword when you get it?
We'd like to use it to maybe, add to the stage show, maybe bang up some instruments, bang up some props. Just really use it to cause some chaos,
I think I have a very good feeling about this one. I know exactly the type of thing to make. Cerberus is going to be 3 swords in one. One sword for each head of the mythical beast. The large central sword, Centerhead, will have the 2 smaller ones, left head and right head, mounted to it at an angle to create a stylized crossguard. The blades will be modelled after canine jawbones, complete with sharp dog-like teeth. The handles will be roughly wrapped in black leather. The sword will have blackened, charred chain wrapped around the guard, reminiscent of the chains that bind Cerberus to the gate of Hades.
How did you know that this piece of metal would fit everything on it, and just ever so perfectly?
I order the steel based on the dimensions of the file that I used to make the life-size template.
So really, you just got lucky?
Yes.
Okay.
Now that we have the steel, that's only half the battle. Now we have to actually build the thing.
This tape, it's so sticky.
Once the life-size template is printed out and stitched together, we take that over to the plate steel and trace it out. This will tell us where we have to burn with the plasma cutter. It's been years since I've done anything freehand. I would advise against it.
Where's my filming chair? The situation, getting the steel we need, got itself worked out. We lost a lot of time figuring this out, so the team's gonna have to work really hard, and I'm gonna have to film them just as hard.
I'm just trying to have it so that all of it is flowing out over empty
Why
space.
does this keep showing up in my space?
That's your sock.
Why?
I don't know. Have you found the wisdom yet? The work I do is hard and physically painful, but it's more physically painful to not be working, so I'm glad we're back at it.
Blup.
With Cerberus, the shape is very complicated, and it's got actually quite a long length. It takes a lot of work.
Ah! That was Mike's fault.
How was it Mike's fault?
It's your fault because you're not helping.
That's gonna be hot. It's like you've never worked here before.
I didn't expect that part of it to still be hot.
Come on, really?
Yeah, really. It's not that hot.
When you work here, everything that's not hot is sharp. Everything that's not hot or sharp is carcinogenic.
Ours Mike is finishing plasma cutting out the shapes, so I'm just knocking the slag off so that it's easier to deal with.
Sounds like it's a bit heavy.
Amelia, is it okay if I light a fire?
It's kind of warm out.
Yeah, you'll be cold later, I'm sure. You're always cold.
Yeah.
As you know, Cerberus chains ideally would be like some sort of dark, black, charred color. Unfortunately for us, when you buy chain, it looks crappy if you're trying to make something that looks like it is ancient or came from hell or whatever.
Yeah, that looks like none of those things.
When you go to the store to buy chain, it's all zinc plated. It's all nice and shiny. For my purposes, I need it to look burnt. And the best way to make it look burnt is to actually burn it. If you put it in a fire, all the zinc will burn off.
Right.
Yeah, now this will take, you have to leave it in all night usually.
Wait. What are you guys doing over here?
We are making a sword.
Burning the zinc off sounds kind of toxic.
Oh, yeah, I guess it would be toxic to do, like, in my workshop or whatever, but, like, in a chimney, it's fine.
Could you do it outside?
It's always depressing to me when, like, the mundanities of the real world get in the way of the art of the thing.
I just don't really want the zinc chain burning in the house.
At this point, I've gotten used to filming, you know, flaming swords, coconuts full of gas, all that kind of thing. Somehow it's more awkward just filming an argument. Guys,
Yeah.
I may actually have an idea.
Oh,
We need a controlled space to set the chain on fire, right?
yeah.
You know, as a recently certified blacksmith, I know a little bit about these things now. We could just use my forge.
Your forge?
Yeah, by which I mean, let's go use Jamie's forge before she finds out we are.
We could use a Mara Jamie's forge. To the forge! You're always taking those zinc tablets anyway. I don't know what the difference is. You know, I like that Amira Mike has come up with an answer to one of my technical problems. It's slightly worrying. Luckily, Jamie is a good sport and didn't quite realize what was happening when we started it. So, you know, she let us burn out all the zinc. She doesn't seem to be questioning the massive amount of poisonous smoke too much.
Hey, Mike. Check it out. It looks like it burned it off pretty good.
Looks black, like a black charred chain to me. Awesome. I modeled the blades after dog jawbones. The main sword, the center head, if you will, is 6 feet long. The smaller ones are 3 foot long, which is, in fact, the standard size for a regular sword. The handles are roughly wrapped in black leather. It's not just a 3-bladed sword, but a 3-bladed sword where they all come apart, so you can have 3 separate weapons in one. Cerberus. It's a game to be played for 1 to 3 people. It's a party-sized weapon.
I really like the concept of this video. You know, Irish Mike is escaping from hell, and Johnny, Jamie, and myself are Cerberus, basically coming from hell to bring him back to hell.
This blade is all of our favorites. It's really fun that we can all grab a blade and just go to town.
What I was kind of expecting to happen when Eric hit me with the sword was just the teeth to catch on the legs and to drag it out of my hands. You know, I wasn't expecting it to break the chair in two, so, I mean, that's great. Because left head and right head are the regular size swords, you know, it's good to get Jamie in on the action. You know, she's able to actually use this one.
Johnny, with that huge sword, I mean, he must be like 15 feet between him and that sword.
The wingspan of the teeth at the top is 2 foot, so it's one of the widest weapons I've ever made. But Johnny seems to be doing an okay job. You know, he's managing. I'm pretty confident that Hound of Hades will be pleased with the result. I'm pleased with it, that's more important. Hello?
Mike, we're here in Zombie Life Studios in Joplin, Missouri. We've got the Cerberus sword here. Looks awesome.
Glad you like it.
So we just want to say thank you very much. We're just going to play a tune to take you out. Thank you again.
You're welcome.